Why live? Why live when all that life restlessly has to serve is tragedy after tragedy after tragedy? I might have an answer, but I'm not sure it's correct because Fire Punch is just a bit hard to follow at times, and yet there is so much deep under its veil of absurdity. Agni's life was constellated by immeasurable losses, to the point that, since there was no end to pain, he had to lessen it by feeding himself with other pain, starting his endless chase, which eventually brought even more misery, not only to him, but to the world around. He managed to carry on, not giving up to the temptation of killing himself, in a world on its knees, surrendered to despair, welcoming any impossible lie if it meant just one more breath. In fact, a recurring cycle in Fire Punch is the constant birth and death of realities, products of lies at their foundation, which end up becoming genuine truths. From false, true can be born, because no matter the start, with firm belief, anyone wanting to deceive themselves is willing to believe in what they want, in the way they want. We decide what we want to be real and what not. Agni never stopped believing Luna could miraculously somehow still be alive, and Judah was the confirmation of it. After all, he was a miracle himself, undying, enveloped in unextinguishable flames. So, why do I like the ending? I think it's just what an ending is supposed to be. Open, bittersweet, and leaving you with thoughts in your head. After millions of years, Agni finally managed to reconcile with Luna, but in truth things don't stand this way. Agni is now Sun, that Luna is instead Judah. They don't remember their long-gone intertwined past, a secret Nenetto took in her grave, their twisted love for each other, and yet when Agni reaches the core of the tree where Judah is, she feels saved from that infinite emptiness, which had her love toward him as the root. On the other hand, Agni could remember being, in his past self, always after someone, and he eventually met her, in space, after waiting for so long. My point is, sometimes we just live and are born for a single moment. No matter how long the wait or how painful the existence, I'd like to imagine it like this: that Sun and Luna were born and carried out their lives all to just experience this unconscious reunion and talk in space, before, not long after, presumably concluding their lives. Paradoxically, a tree, symbol of life, colossally expanding throughout space, was feeding on and killing other planets and stars, all for the sake of a single man, a love born impure which in time grew true and forgotten. There isn't really a way to stop love or madness. Even though she regained her memories, Judah couldn't but create the tree to let his love Agni live a life according to his rules, to find his identity, a life where he could freely become what he and not the others wanted. So maybe this is the reason to live. This is the reason why Luna, Togata, Judah told him so. Because there will be even a split second worth millions of years. Was the regeneration blessing truly so, or just a curse? I believe an objective judgment is impossible. Probably Sun and Luna considered it a miracle upon meeting, and this is the catharsis Togata was talking about, which is needed at the end of a movie. To quote Aristotle, the rebalancing of the passionate excesses aroused in the soul of the viewer by the tragic representation. Now that we got the meaning of the ending according to me out of the way, I'd like to let you take notice of something. It's ironic that the story ended in space, like Star Wars, and the villain's plan was even implemented. Agni climbing up the tree after the destruction of the earth on his way to Judah might be a reference to the Shinto religion, which sees this as a parallel to the myth of Tsukuyomi, god of the moon climbing the heavenly pillar, reaching the heavens where his sibling, goddess of the sun, and later consort Amaterasu resided. Of course, there are different and divergent sources narrating this myth, but I just thought it would be nice to be highlighted, considering the wordplay too. Thanks for watching.